Oneiros leaves Knossos with the aim of finding and defeating the Telkin. But first he searches the Herakleion Highlands for helpful items. And the harpies he finds can provide some pristine plumage, which, if placed in a piece of armor, gives a decent amount of poison resistance. On his journey towards the end of Act 1, he encounters some more Maenads, and even Minotaurs start crossing his way. The Maenads seem to have set up a few camps here, which Oneiros clears out with ease. After reaching Triton's Ridge, Oneiros meets Xanthippus the healer, whose staff got stolen by an arachnid.
Hello there.
So, in the natural cave, he seeks out Runelord Kukinzir, retrieves the staff and gets it back to the waiting healer. Then Oneiros enters an ancient tomb filled with gorgons, skeletons and bats. At the end of the tomb lies the home of Rhakotis I, the tyrant of Crete, and after killing these undead, Oneiros receives some more experience. On his way back out of the tomb, Oneiros even finds a second Stormstrike. Oneiros has reached the Knossos Palace, and after defeating the guarding automatoys, he enters the Minoan Labyrinth. And while searching through this majestic chest, Oneiros then finds a labyrinthine helmet, which, as you will remember, goes nicely with the labyrinthine greaves that we found earlier. As Oneiros now carries 2 items of the labyrinthine warsuit, his pierce and stun resistance get raised by 16% and his strength by 10 points. In the labyrinth, Oneiros has to fight through waves of skeletons and demons, but his skills still serve him well. Battle markers are, as always, incredibly helpful for any combat, and these Minotaurs get to find out why. Same thing goes for these automatoys, they all go down to 1 Phantom Strike. Inside this endless-seeming labyrinth, there are still some more Minotaurs and automatoys, but Oneiros gets rewarded with an arcane formula from a primitive chest. The Touch of the Fool is not a great artifact by any means, as most of the effects don't help out too much, or are very situational, like with Skill Disruption Protection. Oneiros continues to fight several gorgons, and yet again finds an epic item, which doesn't deserve its blue color. The Hand of Lycurgus is as rare as beer on a German party, and will never be used in the story. The Minoan Labyrinth still has more demons and bats, but as we dive deeper into the structure, we find Kai Notchblade. This wasn't the first hero monster that Oneiros had to fight in this episode. I've decided against showing all of them, but Kai carried the smoldering double axe of terror, which Oneiros will use instead of the brain cleave. Before he enters the arena for the penultimate fight in Greece, Oneiros puts a completed essence of the Valor of Achilles into the axe. The mechanical parts go into the torso. That means that the attack speed goes up by 15%. Oneiros starts the fight by killing the traps on the left side of the arena. That makes fighting the Minotaur much easier. Still, the Minotaur Lord has a dangerous tremor attack which Oneiros tries to dodge as well as possible. The fight itself consists mostly of using the Distort Reality and the Phantom Strike, and after some time, Oneiros delivers the final blow to the Minotaur. In the room of the conduit, we then see the Telkin destroying a celestial conduit. The guarding statues get activated, and Oneiros has to fight them off before facing the Telkin. The conduit gets destroyed and the Telkin starts to attack Oneiros. It utilizes mainly lightning and vitality damage, but can also summon Limaces, which, if you let them live long enough, will heal their master. Luckily, they go down to a Distort Reality. The Telkin, befuddled by the perishing of these demons, tries to get some distance between itself and Oneiros, but with its back against the wall, its chances start to dwindle. After some more attacks, Phantom Strikes and Reality Distortions, the Telkin is finally defeated. And that is the end of Act 1. Kyros tells us to travel to Egypt, and we follow his order. Speak to Apollodorus, and we'll go on a journey to Rhakotis.
Greetings, traveler. The order of Prometheus.
Oneiros leaves Rhakotis in search of answers. The new monsters in Egypt, for now we'll see mainly Jackalmen and Scorpions, seem to be quite easy to kill for now. Behind this destructible wall, Oneiros collects a spell piece, which might play a role later in the playthrough. This elite berserker Jackalman carries two interesting weapons. One of them is the family sword of Oneiros, a quest item, and the other one is the grim Khopesh of Thunder. Oneiros then arrives at the Rhakotis library, which is plagued with more monsters.
I thank the gods that you are here.
He will have to continue his search in the library archives, and in these archives there are more Jackalmen, some spooky ghosts, and desecrated deads. As he reaches the library vault, Oneiros gets greeted by crypt worms who guard the massive golden door that leads to our goal. A massive scarab is blocking the path, and Scarabeus the Desert King is a weird monster. His hitbox is weird, his movement is strange, and most of his attacks are easy to deal with. The only thing Oneiros has to look out for is the poison that he spits. A full shotgun hit, indicated by the Scarabaeus wiggling his whole body, could deal enough poison damage to end this character. The smaller scarabs that he spawns fall easily to the distort reality, so all that is left to do in this fight is evade the poison spit, use the Phantom Strike and swing the double axe at the scarab's face. In the chest, Oneiros finds the Mirage, another intelligence-based item, and behind the previously closed door he can pick up the Scroll of Invocation. We can then get rid of the family sword of Oneiros, sell some more items, and get back to the Hathor Basin, where the journey will continue in the next episode. By the way, there's currently a Titan Quest tournament taking place, which has you beat the legendary difficulty without deaths and some other bonus rules, and I've been streaming all my attempts thus far. It concludes on the 28th of February, and during that time I won't be able to put too many resources into these Oneiros episodes. I hope you understand, and if you're interested in watching my attempts, just go ahead and visit me on twitch.tv/ake60.